estate coach Craig Proctor. Hope you're having a great day. Hey, thanks for joining me today because we're going to be talking about something vitally important. What is the number one reason that real estate agents fail, and what do we do about this? I've never seen it worse than this. You know that 80% of real estate agents fail before they get to their anniversary? Think about that. There's an 80% failure rate. Obviously, there's something wrong with the traditional way that we're taught to sell real estate if we have an 80% failure rate. So we're going to talk about what those issues are. I've been doing this for over 30 years. I've coached over 30,000 agents and helped turn around a lot of realtors that were struggling, maybe had the wrong idea about the business. So hopefully everybody finds this helpful here today. So go ahead and check in. Let us know what part of the country you're in. We get a lot of referrals here in Craig Proctor Nation. So let us know the city, the area that you serve. I don't take any part of it. We just refer buyers and sellers back and forth because what we're going to talk about today, one of the number one reasons why real estate agents fail is they're battling obscurity. People don't know who they are. So let's go through from the beginning all the different things that could go wrong with your real estate business. And we'll try to take these in order. And again, leave your comments. We'll make this really interactive. Check in. Let me know what city you're from. So it's not what you think. You know, a lot of real estate agents believe that the reason that agents aren't successful, or people believe in general that why agents aren't successful, is because maybe they don't have enough money, okay? Maybe they lack money, maybe they lack experience, maybe they lack confidence. So just so you know, I had none of that when I got into real estate. Had no money, had no confidence, no experience. I'd never sold anything in my life before, and I knew nothing about marketing. But despite this fact, within 3 years, I was the number one RE/MAX agent in the entire world for RE/MAX, not in the country, in the entire world for commissions earned. So how did I do that? You know, if being successful in real estate is about, well, you got to have money to make money, false, or you have to have experience, or you have to be a natural salesperson. I had none of that. So real estate agents, we like to BS ourselves as to, what this really takes. Another issue I find fascinating, especially as of late, is real estate agents that have a totally wildly different idea about what selling real estate is really about. They're watching stuff on reality TV, $1 million listing, and they've got this crazy false perception about what being a real estate agent is all about. They think this is about going to networking parties and driving Lamborghinis around, and you're basically just networking and socializing and making millions of dollars a year. Selling real estate is hard work, and you need certain skills. So today, we're going to talk about these skills that you need. It's very dangerous to keep doing what you're doing if you're serious about getting results. You really need to learn what the most successful realtors are doing, and that's all I did. I got into real estate, no money, no experience, no confidence, but I studied the top agents in the area. I studied what they're doing. And first thing I realized is everybody knew who they were. Okay, now, getting buyers and sellers in your marketplace to know who you are obviously is a first step, because people can't call you if they've never heard of you before. So we're going to talk about handling that. But even just creating an awareness is still not good enough. How many of you, I'll prove this to you, how many of you have had friends or relatives, people you knew quite well, and they decided to list their house with another agent? Right? It happens. It's disheartening, but it happens. So they knew who you were, but they still didn't choose to do business with you. So that's all the proof that you need that marketing has to be more than just creating an awareness, okay? We have to offer something that people really, really want. The number one question that every buyer and seller is thinking, if not outright asking you, is why should I choose to do business with you versus all other options? Sellers have options, right? They could choose not to sell it themselves. They could choose to sell their home on their own, or they could choose you or anyone you compete with. Do you have a spectacular answer to that most important question? So far, if you joined us late, we've talked about all these crazy ideas that people have about getting into real estate. It's going to be easy. I'm going to be networking, go to cocktail parties. They got a totally unrealistic expectation, a false perception of what selling real estate is all about. Shut off the TV, come into the real world here. Okay, I'm going to be honest, another problem here is people get into real estate and they just don't have the right personality for sales. How many of you, let me know in the comments, you know of real estate agents that as soon as you met them, the first time you talked to them, you realized this person should not be in sales. They're introverted, right? So I don't know why people get into professions that they're like ill qualified. It'd be like me deciding to, I don't know, be a French teacher when I don't speak French. I don't understand that, but that is a big problem. People get into real estate. They just don't have the right aptitude for it, and they realize shortly into this is not for me. But I'm assuming you're watching this here because you know real estate's right for you, and you want to learn from someone that's actually made millions of dollars selling real estate. Well, I've got an important dual track record, 2 track records. 1 track record as a real estate agent, okay, making more money, selling more homes than pretty much anyone in the country at that point. Now, I did this for 15 years. Then I got into coaching and training agents, and I've created more millionaire agents than any other coach or trainer or guru out there. In fact, most of these gurus have never actually successfully sold real estate. They haven't made millions of dollars. Let me know in the comments if you know of another real estate coach or trainer that sold more real estate than Craig Proctor. Go ahead, type it into. There are none. None of them have sold more homes. I've sold over 10,000 homes. So, a few questions for you. What is your offer to buyers and sellers? So if I was to call you, okay, maybe I was a sign call, I called you off of one of your listings, how would you handle that call? What would you say to me? What would be the process? If I ask you about the property and you tell me all about the home and it's not the right house for me, then I say goodbye, right? I say, see you later. Now, you might say, well, Craig, what are you looking for? And you might try to switch me on to other homes that match my criteria. That's great. But I want to teach you better offers today. For most real estate agents, even if they are marketing, and some of them do think they're marketers, right? I see lots of real estate agents wasting tons of money on ineffective Me Too marketing, saying the same old things as everybody else. I work hard, I have integrity. I've been selling real estate in this town for 17 years. I've got the Remax balloon or the Keller Williams logo. I'm going to work hard. Look, everybody's saying these things, right? It's the same old advertising, and prospects, frankly, are immune to that type of advertising. So when you get into real estate, you're taught to do 2 things, right? 2 things. You're taught, number 1, promote yourself, but they don't teach you how to promote yourself. So you run lame branded marketing, okay, that doesn't really do anything. It might tell people who you are, but it definitely doesn't set you apart. It doesn't tell prospects what makes you different or what makes you better. And then the second thing they teach us to do when we get into real estate is advertise our listings. And then you figure out shortly into this, oh my God, 80 to 90% of the prospects that call me about my listing eliminated. Right? It's a fool's game. I'm literally advertising something that 80% of prospects don't want. And when they eliminate the house, they eliminate me. So what if we did this? Instead of saying to a buyer, I'm going to email you the houses on the MLS, or basically I'm going to get you access to the homes on the internet. They know that, right? That they don't need a real estate agent to find a house that's on MLS. These are internet listings. How about this? When you advertise a home, okay, right away when you list a home, right away it's syndicated. Okay, as soon as you enter broker loaded onto MLS, when buyers are looking for properties, they don't see you. You're way down the list. They see Zillow, they see Realtor, so your ad calls, your buyers are being hijacked. I want to talk to you about how to go around the MLS. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm teaching my coaching members, how we can make more money by literally just going around the MLS and not doing what everyone else is doing. So let's start with the words that come out of your mouth, okay? And the words that come out of your mouth, if we can make the words better, you can take these better words and you can start running ads. Now, I said a minute ago, A false belief that a lot of realtors have is, well, you got to have a lot of money to market and advertising. Total BS. Not true. You can start running my style of advertising, that's called effective advertising, for $0 on Facebook Marketplace. $0. Doesn't cost you anything. So we're going to talk about what these offers are, but let's start with the words that come out of your mouth. Instead of saying to the buyer, I'm going to email you daily updates of the homes that you can find on the internet. I mean, you don't say that, but that's what they hear, right? I'm going to email you daily updates on MLS, which translates to them, I don't need you. I don't need a real estate agent to find the homes that are on the internet. If that's your big offer, maybe that's why you're not doing as well with buyers and sellers. Now, remember, if you want to get listings, the easiest way to get listings is to get the seller to respond first as a buyer, right? Because nobody really lists their house until they know where they're going first, right? Like if somebody knocked on your door and gave you a great offer, you would probably not take that unless you know where you're going to next. So we teach you how to run advertising that will cause move-up buyers. It'll attract move-up buyers, meaning 100% of the buyers that respond will have a house to sell. That's how I'm going to teach you to get the listings, is we're going to get the seller to respond first as a buyer. So what would be a better offer than I'm going to email you daily updates of the homes on the MLS, or I'm going to represent your best interest, or I'm a great negotiator, right? That's what they teach us to say when we get into real estate. Here's the problem with this. As you found out, it does not work very well. The buyer says, when you say I can get your homes on the internet, they're like, I can do that myself. When you say, I'm going to represent your best interest, the problem is many of them do not believe that. How many of you would agree? Let me know in comments if this makes sense. Many of them don't believe that we're going to represent their best interest. Now, I know you're a good realtor, you're ethical, and I know you do, but I'm talking about the perception of the buyers and sellers. How about this? If you were to walk onto a car lot today, and the car salesperson comes out to meet you, do you feel that the car salesperson is representing your best interest? Okay. Do you feel that the travel agent is representing your best interest? Do you feel that the financial planner is representing your best interest? I'm just giving you examples because all of these professions are now online. You book your own travel. Okay. You have an app and you can buy and sell your own stocks. And now we have apps where people, buyers and sellers, can get all the information that real estate agents provide. There's 57 websites here in the country where buyers and sellers can go around to real estate agents and they can get all the public access information. So if you're going to be successful, you can't be offering stuff that the buyer can get without you. And this point about, I'm a great negotiator. How about this? The buyer now, who can get access to the homes on the internet, can go around you. Now they know who has the property listed. They can go around you, go directly to the listing agent, and what they believe is they can save more money without you. What are you going to say to this? Are we going to keep saying, I can represent your best interest, I'm going to email you the daily updates, I'm a great negotiator? I've been selling real estate here for 17 years. You know this doesn't work. But here's the crazy thing about this. We keep doing it anyway. We do things we don't like. It gets us results we don't like, but we keep doing it anyway. That's called an old paradigm. So if you are working with me, the first thing I would do is kind of take your head off your shoulders, clean out all that old stuff inside, and we'd work on reprogramming you with better offers. So let me give you an example of a better offer. What if you said to the buyer this? What if you said, instead of I could represent your best interest and get you information that's on the internet, instead you say, I can also get you access to off-market, unlisted, and pre-market homes. You would literally be the only buyer that would know about these properties. How's it work? Simply tell me what you're looking for, and I'll go directly into those neighborhoods, and I will find homeowners who have not yet listed their home for sale. We're going to go around the MLS. We're going to circumvent the MLS. We're not using the MLS. We're going directly to the homeowners. Now, Let's stop here for a minute because some of you might be freaking out. Old paradigms, right? It's like, oh, we're not allowed to do that. This is a pocket listing. No, no, no. I'm not listing the property. Nobody said anything about listing the property. What I'm doing is I'm taking a buyer and I'm finding what the buyer wants. I'm using specific target marketing. I'm going into the neighborhood that the buyer's interested in, and I'm finding homeowners that have not yet listed their home for sale. They've not yet listed their home for sale. Okay. Now, when I have a homeowner that wants to sell, they're contacting me. We have a specific strategy for this that is very inexpensive. In fact, to generate the buyer leads, Facebook Marketplace, $0. $0. You'll have tons of buyers contacting you. Why? Because all of a sudden now you're literally offering something that A, they want, and B, they can't get it on their own, and C, they can't get it from any other agent. It's not something other agents are offering. It's not something they can go online and do a Google search and find. This is how we do business, folks. We offer prospects something they want. We make it easy and non-threatening for them to get it. And now we've got ourselves a buyer. Now, that buyer, I'm going to find them a homeowner that's not yet listed. Okay, I'm going to get my 5, 6, 7%. You decide. Commissions are negotiable, but we are now selling in a vacuum. When I find my buyer that responded to my Facebook Marketplace ad that cost me $0, okay, I'm now double-ending a property. Okay, there's only me. It's like you selling a FSBO. Are you allowed to sell a FSBO? If you're a buyer, are you allowed to sell a FSBO without listing the FSBO? You are. It's called a commission agreement, right? So we're going to show you what agreements to use, a commission agreement. $0, you're going to run an ad on Facebook Marketplace. What would the ad say? It would say, blank home buyers, whatever area you're in, Boston, San Diego, whatever area you're in, Vancouver home buyers. Okay, do you know that some of the best deals never make it to the open market? Would you like access to unlisted, off-market, pre-market properties? Okay, when you make that kind of offer, buyers will come to you. They'll say, well, how does that work? You say, it's really easy. Simply tell me what you're looking for and we'll go find it. Now, a lot of the buyers that respond might say to you, well, send me the list. Well, there ain't no list. We don't have a list. That's your problem right now. You don't have any listings. This is how we're going to get the listings. We're not advertising a house. I know that's going to freak a lot of you out, right? But we're not advertising a house. We're advertising a service. We're advertising a service. It's the Craig Proctor VIP Home Finder Service. This is a service. You're allowed to do this, right? Just like you could take a buyer and you could sell them an off-market property right now, right? You could go to Zillow, type in for sale by owners. There'd be hundreds of FSBOs in your area, and you could take your buyer, show the FSBO. You will get a commission agreement in place, obviously, before you show the property to protect yourself. But there is no other agent involved, and we're not on the MLS. So this isn't hiding a listing. There is no listing. There literally is no listing to hide. So you don't have to worry about pocket listings or any of that kind of stuff. Now imagine being able to say to your buyer, you're going to be the only buyer that knows about this. When you're talking to the buyers in your advertising and the words that come out of your mouth, when you say to the buyers, are you sick and tired of looking at overpriced, picked over listings that are online, okay, or on Zillow? Are you sick of looking at the overpriced, picked over listings? Would you like priority access to unlisted and off-market properties? Simply tell us what you're looking for and we're going to go find it. This offer is working extremely well. Now, this is just one example for buyers. If this is making sense, smash the like button. Okay, let me know. Let me know if this is, smash the like button. Maybe give me a little heart if this approach is making sense. Now, I want to talk to you about sellers. Okay, that was how we're going to attract buyers. And by attracting the buyer, remember, many of them are going to have homes to sell. We're going to get listings that way. But I want to talk to you about why most agents and their approach to getting listings, it just doesn't work. Now, when I explain this, it'll make sense. And you're going to realize Craig's right. What I'm doing here is ridiculous. How are you going about getting listings right now? So many real estate agents I see are running ads saying, list with me. We need listings. Would you like a CMA? Sellers don't even know what a CMA is. Okay, what's a CMA? Well, we tell you what your home's worth. Why don't we just say that? Now, if you're saying, would you like a CMA? Would you like to know what your home is worth? The problem is a lot of other agents are making that same offer. Do you think you're the only real estate agent offering sellers, would you like a free CMA? Would you like a free market evaluation? So here's the problem. Number one, everyone else is doing it. All the other realtors are making the same offer as you, which makes your offer not stand out at all. And number two, this is information that the sellers can find on their own. Is that true? Is that true that this seller could go onto this thing called the internet and they could find out about all the homes that have sold in their neighborhood? They could find out about all the homes that are currently listed. In fact, some of the apps, some of the websites that they can go to have more information. They have better information than they would get from a real estate agent. Okay, some of these advanced sites have better information for the buyers and sellers than the information real estate agents give. So what would you say to a seller? How about this? How many of you believe that you've got the confidence that you could give a seller some advice on inexpensive things that they could do to sell their home for more money? How many of you agree you've got that kind of experience, right? Things that they could do that would be really easy and inexpensive, like maybe staging the furniture, maybe neutralizing the house if they got purple paint, painting it, clean the carpet or replace the carpet, maybe do a little bit of landscaping. But most of you have this expertise, right? Let me know if you do. If you feel that you could give advice to a seller to help them sell their home for, say, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 or more, why don't we tell them this? It's something you do anyway. And how about this? Instead of saying, I can tell you what the homes on your street have sold for, why don't you say this? You ready? This is a writer downer. Why don't you say, not only can I give you inexpensive tips on what to do and what not to do to prepare your home to sell it for possibly $8,000 to $10,000 more, when we get together and I look at your property, I can also go through a net sheet to help you determine what you're going to net after all the associated expenses, what you're going to net in your pocket. How many of you would agree? Let me know in comments if that's the most important number to the seller, is what they're going to net, not what they're going to sell for. What are they going to net in their pocket after all the associated expenses with selling your home? That's your offer right there. Number one, that's something the seller can't get on the internet. It's something the other agents aren't offering, right? The seller can't figure this out on their own. So now, guess what? Boom, you've got a unique offer. It's a twofold offer, right? You're offering them inexpensive. You're offering what you do anyway. That's the crazy part about it. You would all do that, right? If I called you to list my house, you would come in and you would give me information for free on inexpensive things, suggestions that I could do. It's something you already do, but you ain't telling anybody about it. And a net sheet is something probably a lot of you do. You should be doing that. So that's going to be our lead offer to sellers. Not, I can give you a CMA. Not, I can tell you what the homes have sold for. They don't need you for that. Offer something of value that they want. Okay, so we teach you the right words to come out of your mouth, okay? Now, here's what happened to me. I'm as dumb as a pile of rocks when I get into real estate. All this BS that we believe, oh, you got to have a lot of money to get in. I had no money. I had no confidence. I had no experience. They threw me to the wolves. I started at Remax. There was no one training me or whatever. I had to figure this thing out, right? But I did. I started to study marketing. The first year was terrible. Why? Because I did what you probably did. Like an idiot, I look around at what everyone else is doing and I start to copy them. See, I falsely believed that what the other agents were doing was the pathway to success. Okay, now pretty much everything I started to do on year number 2 and year number 3 was completely different than what the other agents are doing. It was like I was in a completely different business, separate for all of them. How do you explain this? Now, many of you know I'm in a small town. When I started in real estate, the little town I'm in, 50,000 people. Now, the greater area had a couple 100,000, but the small town I was in, just north of Toronto, 50,000 people. I was selling 500 homes a year, and I did that for 15 years straight. Okay, why? Because I understood marketing. This is your biggest leverage point. This is the number one reason real estate agents fail, is they don't understand how to battle obscurity, and they don't understand how to make unique offers that buyers and sellers really want. $0, guys. Facebook Marketplace. You could start running these ads today. There are no excuses. Get them calling you. The nice thing about Facebook Marketplace is they're going to message you. No chasing them on the phone. How many of you literally are sick and tired of calling and calling and calling and nobody picks up the phone? But we keep doing it anyway. It's ridiculous, right? I talk to realtors. I bought 1,000 leads from Zillow. And but only about 8 people answered the phone. Could you imagine how depressing that would be, making hundreds and hundreds of calls every single day just to talk to a few people? And then what are you trying to do? Well, you're trying to convince them to meet with you so you can tell them what you do. Here's what I suggest you do. You know how I'm doing a presentation to you right now? Do you like the presentation? Smash the like button if you like this. This cost you $0 to watch this. How many of you feel that you received some pretty good information from Coach Craig Proctor today? Smash the like button. Let me know your thoughts. This cost you $0, but guess what? It also cost me $0. Cost me $0 to give you a presentation. Do you see what my strategy is here? I coach real estate agents, but guess what? There's a lot of pretenders, fakers, and frauds pretending to coach agents. Maybe you've had a bad one before, but having a great coach makes a tremendous difference. Here's my strategy. Everybody else wants your money. Here's what I do. I pay it forward. My strategy to get clients is I'm going to help you. Best way for me to prove to you that I can help you is I'm literally just going to help you like I'm doing today. You paid me $0. I'm giving you good advice. Now, some of you are going to be watching this over and over again because as soon as you started to watch this, or if you've watched my prior stuff, now you've been pixeled by Facebook, right? You know what that means? You start seeing me all the time, whether you want to or not, right? You're starting to see me all the time. So this is how I get clients, because people eventually are like, hey, Craig's got good stuff. I kind of like his style. I want to get more information on this. I want to teach you how to do this. Right now, you might be thinking, well, I got to call hundreds of people to get 4 or 5 people to answer the phone. And why am I calling 100 people to get 4 or 5 to answer the phone? Oh, because I want to convince them to meet with me so I can tell them how good I am. Why don't we just do this? Why don't I coach you up on how to do a presentation to your buyers and sellers with all your buyer benefits and all your seller benefits, and then we'll push that video of you out to all your unconverted leads. Some of you literally have hundreds, thousands of unconverted leads in your CRM right now. And you're like calling them and calling them. Well, guess what? They don't answer the phone. How many of you have noticed that? People are not answering the phone. Okay, you just call and call. Now, a lot of people have their phone set up that if you are not in their contacts, their phone won't ring. It's funny, I hear realtors saying, they missed my call. They didn't miss your call. People take their phone to the restroom with them. They ain't missing your call. They're not taking your call. Your calls are unwanted. So the secret is to flip this equation around. Get them calling you. Well, why would they call me? Because you're offering something they want. That's how I became successful. It drove the other real estate agents in my marketplace crazy. Can you imagine this? This young guy coming into real estate, no sales, no experience, no money, no anything, no confidence, and all of a sudden I'm kicking everybody's butt. Within 2 years, I'm the number one agent in the entire city. Within 3 years, I'm the number one agent in the world for RE/MAX, and I kept being the top agent in the world over and over and over again. Here's what's cool about this. All the things I do, you can do. Also, 30,000 agents have copied my system. There's your proof right there. This has got nothing to do with Craig. That's another misconception. Oh, you've got to be a super salesperson. You got to have a silver tongue. Nope. You just got to be you. Now, your you might be different than my you. Okay, we're all a little bit different, but there's things that people would really like about you that they don't like about me and the other way around. Okay, we've got to get this idea out of our head that there's some secret that we need to know, or there's some secret technology or something holding us back. You already know enough. How many of you would agree that you know more about the process of buying or selling real estate than your prospects? Give me a thumbs up if you agree, Give me a thumbs up. Smash the like button. Let me know, do you think you know more about the subject of buying and selling real estate than your prospects? Why are we so nervous about going on video? You could tell me right now, if you and I were sitting down at a coffee shop, we're sitting down there, you could tell me, hey, Craig, this is why people should work with me, right? You could tell me what makes you different and what makes you better. Now, I can help you with that. I can help you with generating more leads, and then the leads need to be converted, right? A lot of you are buying leads, you generate leads, you don't know what to do with the leads. That's another reason agents fail. They generate leads and don't know how to convert them. Now, I get it. If your game plan is literally sitting on the phone, calling prospects and not having people answer you all day long, or when they do answer, they blow you off because you don't have anything of interest, right? You're saying, would you like me to email you the daily updates from MLS? Nope, I'm good. I can get that. It's called the internet, Craig. Would you like to know what the houses on your street sold for? Nope, I'm good. I've got the internet, Craig. We've got to ramp up our offer here, folks. Let me help you out. Now, one of the things I have for you, I have about 8 spots for a free call with my team and I. Okay, if someone could type in proctorcall.com, all one word, no space, Proctor Call, so my name, last name, proctorcall.com. I'm offering you guys a free call. Okay, you're thinking, okay, is he going to sell me something? Nope. What we're going to do is more of this. I'm going to ask you a whole bunch of questions about your business, and then I'm going to give you my advice on what you should do. Now, if you like my advice and you would like more help from me, obviously, that's what I do. This is what I do. I help real estate agents get their head out of the clouds, see the reality of the business, and I help them immediately turn around their business. Okay, so you book your call, your free call with me. You'll go to my Acuity Daytimer, proctorcall.com. It's free. What do you got to lose? What are you afraid of? What would be the downside of having a conversation? What would be the worst thing that could happen? How about this? Why don't we change the conversation? What might be the best thing that might happen if we can open your eyes to a new opportunity? A lot of real estate agents, bitch and complain about their career, but they wouldn't walk across the street to fix the thing. I'm offering you a free call, proctorcall.com. So what's holding you back? Let me know in the comments. What is holding you back? Here's a better question. Who's the number one person that you believe is holding you back? Of all the people in the world, who do you think the number one person holding you back is? Let me know in the comments who that number one person holding you back is. It's kind of funny because you guys know the answer, right? You know who the number one person is that's holding you back from the success that you could have. These are paradigms. Paradigms are other people's habits. Now, just like people have habits, entire industries have habits. So the real estate industry is operating within an old paradigm. Do you know they're still teaching agents to knock on doors, cold calling, chasing for sale by owners, expired listings, begging friends and family for referrals? All of that is completely unnecessary when you replace old-fashioned marketing with smart, modern marketing that inexpensively attracts, sifts and sorts the prospects, and positions you. You need to be positioned with your marketing. Your marketing should do a lot of the heavy lifting for you, right? If you're talking to people on the phone that are skeptical and they don't know who you are, and at the end of your listing presentation, you're faced with all kinds of objections and you've got to be an arm twister, it simply tells me you got a marketing problem, right? We can fix all of this. And how about this? Wouldn't a few more closings fix a lot of problems in your life right now? You guys don't have expense problems. You don't live a crazy lifestyle, right? We're always thinking about how can I cut my expenses? Why don't we just get you a couple extra closings every month? What's a closing worth to you? $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, depending on what part of the country you're in. But do that math right now. If I could help you get even one more closing a month, what would that do for you? You could eliminate debt. You could start saving money. Here's something I want you guys to think about. What is your exit strategy? See, I've had a lot of real estate agents become millionaires and be able to retire out of real estate. But there's also a lot of real estate agents that are working in this business in their 70s and 80s. Why? Because they didn't have a real business that enabled them to generate a nest egg. Let me ask you, how long do you want to keep selling real estate for? If you're 60 years old right now, you might say, well, I might do this for 5 more years. Okay, well, can you? How much money do you have in your savings saved for your retirement? Right? How much money are you nesting away? We got to get serious about our business. You don't want to be the 80-year-old realtor. Okay? We've got to fix the business. I'm trying to create some urgency here because for a lot of you, if you take a look at this and you're just kind of getting by, how does this end for you? Not very well. Let's ramp up your business. Look at what I was able to do in 3 years, right? Let's strip away the BS. Let's strip away the excuses. You just need somebody to help you that'll explain it. If I can do this, you can do this. When you start to, I'll tell you what I'll do. Here's what I'll do for you guys. I will give you a free invitation to my private Facebook group. Okay? I have 7,000 agents inside my private Facebook group. Would it help you if you were to meet with agents, speak to agents inside this private group? No cost, no fees, no BS. I'll let you in there and you can start to mix and become friendly with other agents using the Craig Proctor system. See, part of what's holding you back is skepticism. You want to believe me, but we're skeptical, and I get it, right? There's a lot of charlatans in this business, a lot of you've probably given your money away and whatever. What are you going to do? You never, if you step off the curb one day and you twist your ankle, you're never going to cross the street again. Look, you've got to leave those mistakes behind. Let me give you an invitation to my private group. It's got 7,000 realtors. You'll get to know them. And here's what you're going to determine. They're no different than you. Would that be helpful? If you started having conversations with other realtors and you realize, hey, they're no different than me, it would give you confidence. How many Craig Proctor superstars would you need to speak to before you became confident in this? Would you need to speak to 5, 50, 500? They're there. There's 7,000 of them. So if you want to be part of my private Facebook group, please type in to the comments, private group. Private group. If you type that in now, someone from my team will get you an invitation and we'll at least get you into the private group. Let's keep the conversation going. Now, you can also share this presentation with other realtors that you think would benefit from what we're talking about today. We were talking about the reasons real estate agents fail and what to do about it. What were the reasons? They have a misunderstanding about what this business is. They're watching too much friggin' reality TV. They think this is about selling multi-million-dollar homes in Beverly Hills and driving a Ferrari around. Okay, they have a skewed idea about what this is about. Maybe they don't have the right personality for sales, right? Maybe they just got caught up with getting bad advice. Maybe they just got bad advice on here's how you do it, and you looked around at everyone else. You've got these false beliefs, right? Oh, I need a lot of money. It takes money to make money. You need to be experienced. You need to have a special personality. No, not true. Okay, do not let yourself off the hook. Let's get you coached up. Book a call with me, guys. If you like this, smash the like button. Make sure you turn on notifications on this page, by the way, because whenever I go live, you'll start to get my stuff. Okay, so smash the like button or maybe a little heart. Be nice, a little heart. Or give me your comments here. Make sure you've checked in as well what marketplace you're in. We get tons of referrals. This video will be seen by thousands of real estate agents all over the country. So remember, number one battle we're fighting is obscurity. Don't be shy. Get your name out here and let's get you some business. I want to thank you for watching this today. I hope you found this extremely beneficial. I'll see you again next time. And again, best of luck in your real estate career. I'm here for you. ProctorCall.com. I'll see you on the other side. Thank you for watching. This is Real Estate Coach Craig Proctor. This is Craig Proctor. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed that video. And listen, I've got a lot more information for you to help you grow your real estate business. You see, several times a week, I record new videos and I load them onto this YouTube channel. What I'd like you to do, if you'd like to access them, are two important things, and both are totally free. Number one is I'd like you to subscribe to this channel. You're going to see a little subscribe button for you to click on. And if you don't already have an account with YouTube, it's free for you to set it up. It's really easy, it's free, but you've got to subscribe to this channel. And the most important thing is to ring the little bell right next to the subscribe button. And that's going to let you know every time I load new money-making videos to help you grow your real estate business. So make sure you subscribe right now. You ring the little bell, and we'll see you on the next video.